Greetings, fellow Wendigos. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, episode 190, Genetic Assessment. So this combination here, crabs versus cross with shellbell, has a huge potential for a really advanced Wendigo, or it could be a super big failure. I'm kind of curious what it will be. Inbred. Nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positive, 3 negative, so yeah, throw that egg out. And that, I think, is the last egg unfertilized in the colony. Right? Yeah. I don't see any other unfertilized ones. Oh, no, there's one. Ella Bear. You could have some pigskin. So low. Go, oops. Fertilize it. No, not you. Leyland. Oh, nope. Not you either. You're both related. Let me figure out someone better then. Oh, because right, you're partial pigskin. Let's have Shellbell again. Try that combo. So once that's fertilized, I'll pick the best egg to go into the empty vat that Crab's freed up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -2. Not keeping it. Also inbred. Best egg here. So I'm going to pick the one with the most genes regardless of negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far it's the Brexios Shellbell. 5. 6. 5. 6. So Brexios low, I think, is the winner, because I don't want another Shellbell if I can avoid it. So this one is the one queued for gestation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this one, it's even less represented and has fewer negatives. So Julia's Stevie Viper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1. Robot Shellbell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Robot Shellbell. You get grown. Shellbell is very overrepresented in our gene pool, which is unfortunate, but kind of unavoidable as a result of them, you know, Shellbell was the prisoner that had the most positive genes, and still basically is, considering everybody else in the vat has yet to be grown up. So this little individual, if they survive the gestation, is bound to be a prisoner. But an advanced one, hopefully. Alright, back to the original task of putting Neanderthals away. So we have 2 empty Neanderthal tanks. Or not Neanderthals, pigskin. These are, yeah, this is the pigskin. So who's going in? Pointer, definitely you, because you've got... Actually, Teat is not my colonist. Neither is Fur. But for age, I think you've lost anyway. Alright, so we'll go for age. So 39, that will be you. Kath, you want to drain them dry? So the current priority now is to build ancient dangers for the prisoner, because I've done the fertilizing eggs. Oh, Pointer has a shield belt? The hell? Well, you're going to be stripped too. My belt. And then, who else is old? You're 40? Yeah, okay. Molpag, you are getting drained by Wendy. Wendy loves the bacon blood. The bleeding them dry is just so efficient. Saves medicine. It's wonderful. I believe the holdup is components. Yeah. Yep. So, Wendy, I'm going to put you and a bunch of others on smithing duties. So, high priority smithing for those components. Oh, I see the problem. We're hauling them. So I'm going to tell my crafters to drop instead of haul. Because hauling them to the stockpiles designated takes forever and ties up the benches. It also looks like steel is not being stored close by because I just don't have a lot of it. So I'm going to do another lifter haul zone. To move the steel over to the shelves that need it. And then shrink this zone as well. Because that's what's really truly slowing down the crafting. Bryzit, do you? I'm gonna wake Bryzit up. I think Bryzit has steel drop as well, so that will help. I'm gonna call steel drop down in the water here, so there's steel close by to use. Done. Cool. And the psychic droner mail is going to cause a lot of havoc because we already have terrible moods in the colony. So I hit the soothers, or soother. I guess that's the last one I own. Might not be a bad idea to have like a throne speech or ritual. If possible. To fix some of the negative moods. Alright, yeah, this is a lot more efficient making components. That's good. And we're just waiting on components down here. In fact, I don't need anywhere close to this much uranium to make the pods. It's only 5 per casket. Our meds count looks great, though. 126 and 105. Much, much, much better than where we were. Is there a charger in the triple hydroponics room? There is not. I could add one, but I'm going to wait until at least I'm not using steel for the big project. Because diverting more steel away when I'm urgently needing it makes less sense. On T-Sing's bench, what bill is this? Bryzit's? Let's get rid of that. On T-Sing's bench, I will have Wendy also make components too. And then once T-Sing's up, I might work drive him to get him to work even faster. Although he looks like he's about to have a mental break. I'll let him eat a lavish meal and drink some... Oh, he's a teetotaler. Never mind. Forgot about that. Once Wendy's done with his component, I'll put T-Sing on the bench and just like work drive him until he has a mental break. Oh, she started one. Whatever. It's fine. Cheers, Glitch. It's still way too cold for me to call on trade caravans. But a question for you guys is: should I send Bry out to trade with settlements? I could send him and the horse, which actually is also named Krieg, isn't it? Oh, no, that's Mr. Johnson. I could send him and the horse out to try to trade with settlements. There is a cluster of settlements here that I could trade with. Amtas and Royals. So I could trade with these three to try to buy components, or actually I could send them out this way too. Trade with these four. Whatever the case is, I could use far skip and transport pods and shuttles to try to get some trade going, because I know I'm a little behind on trade. And then, ooh, Jesus, berserk. That's, really didn't expect that. Time to make you go sleepy sleep. Donk. Alright, back to work. Why did she go berserk again? Luciferium meat unmet? Okay, hold on. Because that's not something to screw around with. I don't know why she was not taking her Luciferium. She literally had one on her that she dropped on the bench here, which is really strange that she would not take her Luciferium. So that she does not die, I will administer Luciferium. And then laugh at her for, you know, like, trying to commit suicide from not taking her own. It's really confusing. Oh, you wanted to stick your head in for the first time and say hi? Well, thank you. Welcome. Welcome for the first time. Pleasure to have you here. One more minute to vote whether Bry gets sent out to trade, and we have another spot for another pigskin. The oldest would be Plum. Plum, who is ripe for the picking. I'm going to send Kath in to drain and haul them away. Is Lucy on her drug policy? I believe it is, yeah. Luciferium. Supposed to take Luciferium every 6 days. So, yeah, not any idea why Mass went into withdrawals. Shouldn't have. But it was somehow not met and drove her a little berserky. I don't know. I really don't. Alright, Kath, where are you? I would have Sentinel do it, but Sentinel's sleeping. Because I have 3 vampires. I have Kath, Sentinel, and Wendy. But Sentinel's death resting, so Kath gets to extra bleed. And yeah, we're sending Bry out. Alright, cool. So, Bry, let's have you pack up. Oh, well, actually, what is your, Okay, your side focus is nice and high. Cool. The only concern I have is if it's too cold for the horse to live. It could be. I don't know. Horses don't eat insect meat, do they? And then sending Bry with some stuff to sell. 9th Rumblehorn. That should fetch a pretty price. I'm going to sell the tornado generator just because using it is very difficult to do effectively. And then send you with 2,500 silver. And 220 gold. All right. Cool. Okay. Added to the priority and run trades. Hey, Funa. Thank you for the raid. How's it going today? You were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Why send gold with the trader? Because people buy gold, and I can deep drill gold if I need gold. So it's a decent thing to buy or to sell, and it's also very lightweight. So it's a very weight efficient thing to bring on a caravan, I think. And the last of the Neanderthal caskets is just about ready. So I have a lot of, like, older pigskins. So Pywarg is the one that's going to get put in. Pywarg also has a kid, Tangier, who just got born. So once Wendy's up, Wendy will drain Pywarg of blood and get shoved into the pod. Mass is conscious again. And Mass, it looks like you need more newer locus armor. So here you go. Pordek's still coma, though. Been that way for a long time, hasn't it? I wish when you moused over here, it would actually show you how long they've been in a coma for. I guess you could go into the logs. Almost 6 days ago? No, that was older. 2.5 days ago. Well, you've comaed twice. Once I did to you, but the other time you did to yourself. I guess you enjoyed it, and you're like, I reminisce upon that time that I went into a coma. Unwillingly. It was a wonderful time. So, here we go again. Bryzit's good to go. So I think what I'm going to do is send Bryzit to the Royals. So I'll send Bryzit to form a caravan here, and then to horse down to these three. Does Mass have Luciferium? Oh yeah, I have, I got plenty of Lucy. Somewhere. Yeah, here it is. 92 of it. You take it every 6 days, so as you can imagine, that is plenty of Lucy. That is 552 days of Luciferium. Or otherwise, 9.2 years of Luciferium. We're good on Lucy, provided that nobody chooses to punch it. Yeah, I did a bunch of... Oh, what the heck? Wendy, why are you... Better... Why? What? Oh, I zone restricted you, and I forgot to Oh, I'm an idiot. No wonder you were doing that. There we go. I zone restricted her to fix Mass, but never undid it. Oops. Well, actually, that's not even what I want you. Well, I'll just have Kath do it. So that you can pray. Or sit on the throne. Okay, pigskins are all done. Cool. Next up is the Edekin. And I also need to paint the pigskin walls. Oh, the Tinctoria. I definitely have enough of that, so let's switch this back over to rice. So the pigskins need like a pink wall, I guess. Yeah, this is kind of like an oink oink pink. And then the Edekin, you were sort of a yellowy color, which is so very arbitrary, but okay. And last but not least was the dirt moles, which was like a deep blue for the underground dirt mole. Again, very arbitrary, but so be it. Well, if we needed components, that's a good find. Oh, I forgot I have this pristine marine armor that I probably need to get rid of at some point. Normal component count is way down. Yeah, I know. We've been I have 11 of them here, but we've been using them up like crazy. Every casket is 4 components plus an advanced component, so kind of 5 components. It's very, very expensive. It's why I actually sent it's why I sent prize it out to trade. What I can do is I can suspend the advanced component queue just so that we work on normal components. It's too bad. I mean, I know calling people would have the consequence of having a lot of people have mental breaks, but the amount of words of serenity I've had to use means that Wendy has had to sit on her throne a lot to regain psi focus, which is very time expensive. You thought Wendy would retire more this time, prisoners? Yeah, and the joy of this is because prisoners, when put into crypto sleep, doesn't end up on your bar, right? I don't know if you ended up paying for it, but they're immobilized, and therefore it's going to be a little easier on the you know, calculations or whatever. So the joy of this version of sleeping prisoners is it should allow the colony to run a lot faster. Okay, so 3 of these caskets are basically ready to go. Awesome. And yeah, people don't do anything in the cryptosuit casket. So like for instance, let's say you were 1 second away, or maybe not 1 second, but like 10 seconds away from dying to blood loss or some disease. You can stick them in a cryptosleep casket until you have heal mech serum to be able to cure them. They're basically in perfect stasis. Nothing advances. Which also means that they're, you know, if you take a look at their health, their anesthesia doesn't advance, their hypothermia doesn't advance, their diseases don't advance, nothing advances. They're totally frozen in that current state. So it's very useful if you have something incurable or some sort of urgency, you can, you know, put them into stasis. It's very handy. So the first of the Edikins are ready to go. So I'm gonna have Wendy put, I think Lenka had a kid? Yeah, whammy. So Wendy is gonna put Lenka on ice. And there's already another casket available. So, Kath, are you free? Yeah, you're free. God, you work slowly. Or, I think, namely, I'm impatient. All right, come on down here. Bella Rose, I believe you're, like, parent to a lot of... No? Maybe I killed your kids? Thought you were. Cowerkirk, definitely. So, Kath, you're going to drain Cowerkirk. It's hard to believe that all of these prisoners have ovum extraction timers, but no, they do. Well, not Guero. Guero's male. Yeah, okay. Just making sure that I haven't, like, messed up their farming, but yeah, no, they're all being farmed properly, which is great. Third pod is nearly done. We just need steel and one component for the remaining pod. Nice. Clearly, I'm not going to finish this on time, but I'm going to get pretty close, I think. I'm going to get 5/6 of it done. Not bad. Now, let's pick another one before we go down there. So, going for age now. Oh, wow, you are, like, aged out. Sit it. Congrats, you are getting sacrificed. So I think this is going to be a public execution to maximize my suppression of my slaves. So where is Sit it? And that means I need one more Edikin. Once you're 50, your eggs can no longer be harvested. So you don't have a you don't have really a purpose in the breeding program. So the one oh god, this is going too fast. So the slave that I wanted to maximize their suppression, I think, is not present. Sentinel. So hold on, Wendy. Cancel. And draft. She's so quick to grab the prisoner and get them ready that it outpaces attendance. But Sentinel is here now, so let's continue. Yeah, here we go. I could de-age them, but I'm not going to. I can just grab new ones. De-aging them is a lot of work for very little benefit. Because I could just show up to any Edekin. Really? Really? Oh, well, you're not the one that needs suppression. But that was satisfying. For the end of the stream, could I check the Wendigo progress? Well, it's still 8/11ths. I can already tell you that right off the bat, because I haven't had any better than 8/11ths. Oh, what the hell? Who? How, what happened there? Kath, like, did 9/10 of it, and then was like, oh yeah, I'm done. Alright, so who else is going? Lou, looks like you're pretty old. And then, interestingly, I don't really need this last casket, so I'm going to cancel it and start working on the dirt moles, because we just killed off an Edekin. So I don't know. I'll aim to get another one, and then, like, put them in storage. Here is the first trade opportunity. They have a lot of components. That is for sure. Heavy brow plus unisex beards, don't care. Soother would be good, because I use my soothers up. I did need rifles, but I think they're going to be worth more making them in-house. That would be my prerogative. So, yeah, this is a good trade. Buying a soother, buying all their regular components. And I'll do one more trade and then probably head home, because I don't think I'm going to have the wealth to do additional trades beyond that. So all of the Edekin are good to go. So 41-year-old. And that will be... Oh, I'm actually missing 2 Edekin. So, yeah, Milla's getting iced, and then I need to capture 2 more Edekin. So I'm going to have one of these caskets just be empty. Oh, no, I already have... never mind, I take that back. I already have an Edekin. So yeah, no. Everything's on par. For some reason or other, their beds became unowned, so it confused me. You meant the genes? Could you specify what your question is then? So how common which genes are in the gene pool? Okay, I get it now. I understand your question. So yeah, I could do that right now, because we are basically at the end of the stream. So just to assess our progress, we have iced 4 or 5/6 of the prisoners that needed to be iced. I can already feel the game running a little bit smoother, which is great. Why? Oh, you're already burying. So I guess at the end here, I still have more of the trade runs and icing the dirt moles to be done. But let's assess some of the genes real quick. So of the colonists that we have, the most advanced colonists, let's figure that out. Mass is a 1, Low is a 2, Lilin is a 2, Rogi is a 4, Dom is a 3, Elabear is a 5, Zleb is a 3, or no, 4. Jack is a 3. Frosty's a 4. Fiup's a 3. Tordic is a 5. And Stevie is a 5. So those are the current colonists that we have. Those that are being grown. Maxu is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Maxu is an 8 with 2 negatives. So Maxu is a very advanced male that will be a very good sperm donor in order to make additional hybrids. Madzin is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with... Did I count that right? Yeah. Again, another prisoner. Whammy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zayla's a 5. Mel is a 6 with slow wound healing. Dragon Dill is a 6. Nabla is a 6 with slow wound healing. Scorpio is a 6. So you can see that we have so many advanced potential colonists coming out soon. Tangier is a 6 with 2 negatives. Apollo is a 5. Stickiest is a 5. Udigal is a 5. So yeah, we have a ton of future Wendigo experiments coming out of the pods here soon that are way more advanced than our current batch. And then in terms of gene scarcity, the ones I think are probably the most rare would be super fast, or the super immunity from wasters. So let's figure out how common that is. So Cthulhu has it. And who else has super? Man, it's really not well represented, which is why I'm keeping Val. Zaleb has it. I think just 2 people have it. Two people have the super immunity in their germline. So that would be probably one of the rarest, I'd imagine. Fur skin's also probably pretty rare. So in terms of fur skin, let's figure that out. Oh, well, I didn't check the ones in the vats, but no super fast wound or super immunity, no super immunity. Yeah, super immunity is a very underrepresented gene. Yep, and yeah, none of the vatters have it. So, or the Grovats have it. So it's why we're keeping Val, who has super immunity. In terms of prison, because technically these prisoners also should be counted as well. Val has super immunity, and that might be it. So like 3 specimens have super immunity if you're not counting the wasters themselves. Oh, 4. Phantom has it. The other rare one I thought might be fur skin and horns. So for fur skin, Phantom has 2 of the rarest genes. Robot has fur skin. Nitro has horns. Shellbout has horns. Horns is like better represented now, I think. So fur skin and super immunity might be the really rare ones. The really common ones would be the Neanderthal, the pig skin, and dirt mole, because I focus so heavily on dirt mole, thinking it was my bottleneck. So I'll do a bit more of the check here for fur skin. So yeah, horns is pretty good in terms of its representation. You know, like here's another horned. Horns is also easy to see because it pops up through the helmets and whatnot. It's way more visible. So Mel is a fur skin mini horns. Zeal is a mini horns. Here's another fur skin. So fur skin's actually pretty well represented. So I would say super immunity is really the least represented in the colony. As both of the stomachs are pretty well represented, as is robust, reduced pain. I think cold tolerance is a little underrepresented as well. So here's the genes here. If you take a look at the top left, these are the ones I'm referring to. So the super fast wound healing, dark vision, fur skin, strong digestion, robust digestion, cold tolerance, horns and super immunity, and then the shared genes of strong melee damage, robust, and reduced pain. So I would guess that the least represented would be the super immunity. Next would be cold tolerance and fur skin. There is a fair bit of cold tolerance though, but not a ton. So let me do a quick check for cold tolerance. So Rogi has cold tolerance, Elebear has cold tolerance, Celeb has cold tolerance, Frosty, no, I take that back. Cold tolerance is pretty well represented. So fur skin and super immunity from Edekin and Wasters are probably the least. And then the last thing I want to do is trade with the combat supplier, because they don't come by all that often. And if I don't, I'm going to regret it. Buy the components, buy the meds. Sell the duplicate awful plants. Archive metabolism and elongated fingers is a nice combo. I'm going to buy it. I think I like that better than the side sensitive, to be honest. Sell the organs. And Matt Lynn, thank you for the resub. I was hoping for like a good rival, but their weapons suck. Quite bad. Oh, that's not a terrible trade. Sabrai is just about a day away from his trade target, unless he has a mental break. I have, I've managed to, what is that, 5, so 25 of the prisoners have been deep stored, and have yet to store 5 more, so we're up to 30 of them. And, yeah, I think this is where I'm going to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch June 4th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers of upcoming streams, as well as a link to Twitch. If you'd like to join my gaming community, it also has a link to Discord, as well as the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos.